All right, guys, so we're back out at the farm today. As you can see, we got the whole field done. Looks really good. Sounds like there's a deer over there in the woods. This is probably one of the best seed beds I've ever been able to do. Even with a broken disc, it worked out pretty well. Man, these gnats are nuts today. So got both fields done. We got this planted in red and ladino clover, which is white clover. And then we got the back field planted in some tall switchgrass type stuff. Man, these nuts have got to go. But we got that planted, some tall switchgrass type stuff. And all we got to do is I got a little ditch that I need to dig out because we're going to put a new culvert in over here. And then I got some T-posts that I want to put up out in the middle of the field and hang some manila rope from, which I already got that done. I just got to dig the holes and put the post in. And there'll be scrape trees or rubbing posts or whatever for these bucks. But they'll be center of attention when they're crossing these fields and stuff, or crossing this field. And there's a deer we watched the first year we had the farm. We called them splits because both of his G2s split. But we had a scrape tree out here in the center, and he would come out and hit it all the time. So we're gonna do it again, see if we can get some more bucks moving through here, and creating community scrapes and stuff like that. So get the tractor going and get this ditch dug real quick, and then start putting some T-posts in. We'll be done for the day. All right, guys, so we got all the clover in now. Fields are planted. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put up a T-post to make it a scrape tree slash a scent check rope and stuff like that. So when these bucks are funneling through this field, they should stop, check it out. And we actually got a stand right here on the edge of the field. Should be a 15-20 yard shot. Hopefully it plays out like we want, and hopefully we get a big deer on the ground this year doing it. So I'm actually setting my dad up. Right, this is his stand, so I'm actually setting him up for a good spot, hopefully. So we're gonna get this put, these T-posts dug and put in the ground and bolted together and stuff. And then we got one more to do after that, and we should be done. So let's get it. So you're probably asking why I planted the field, got it all done, and then did this. I'm gonna show you why. It's gonna save a ton of work on yourself. If I would have came in here yesterday before I broke all the dirt up, everything would have been rock solid. It would have took probably an hour to get as far as I just did into this ground. But I just got 2.5 foot into the ground probably in about a minute and a half. Now I did that because it was that easy because I already broke the ground up. It's all loose and stuff. That's why I planted it first yesterday and got it all disked and planted it, and then I decided to do this. I just did that in about a minute and a half, and I should have this up and done in probably in the next 5 or 10 minutes. So now when you do this, not all the dirt that you took out of the hole is going to be able to fit back in there because the circumference of the pole's taking up most of the room. So you're going to have a lot left over from what you took out. Pack that real good around the base of the pole, what's sticking out of the ground. That way when it rains, all that gets loose and it falls down in there and starts packing real good again. So all I got to do now is throw up the T part of the post, and we'll have a scrape tree or a scrape rubbing post. They'll scent check this manila rope, and it'll be good to go, man. Let's get it. There you have it. T-post scrape rope. Now I'm right at 6 foot. That's probably right about 8 foot. I got the main post, the footer post in the ground probably 2.5 foot. But that'd be plenty high enough for these bucks to come up and scent check this rope. This manila braided off at the end a little bit. Or frayed off, I should say. But stands right there. Only about a 20-yard shot. So hopefully this will have a lot of lush clover around it in the next couple weeks, and be ready to kill a big deer out of it this fall. So we got one more to put up. Let's go get it done and call it good for the day. All right, guys, this is another spot where bigger deer frequent through here sometimes. I had a deer on camera this year that was pushing through here. He was an 8 or a 9 pointer. He's probably pushing 150s. I'm hoping that he made it. And he's gonna blow up this year. I really hope he is, and hope that we can get on him. But what I'm gonna do is this back plot here, it goes up and around those trees there. These deer bed in here a lot. So what I did is I came in, I worked it up, put some fertilizer down, and I got some Domain Incognito and spread it all throughout here. I want this all to grow up. I want it to be extra bedding. It always grows up thick through here, as you can see. But I went ahead and mowed it, and I put some Incognito down with some fertilizer and stuff, packed it all down. I'm hoping that it grows up, but what I'm going to do is, normally I run a cell camera on this tree right here. I'm going to put this T-post fairly close to that in case it all grows up too tall to where I can't see the T-post. I can come in, at least weed eat around it, and I'm going to get it done, get it screwed together, I'm going to get out of here. But hopefully this summer, when I come back and put a camera up in the next couple months, these deer start coming through here more. These bigger deer start coming through and checking this. They used to have a scrape right there underneath that overhanging branch, actually. I used to get some summertime pics of them hitting that scrape because I made a scrape line that came through that fence break back there. And they'd come through. I'd put a little scrape there, and then I'd run through. They'd hit this, and then this hole all the way through this path to get back to the big field. They would make like 2 or 3 scrapes to that, and I'd continue, and I'd make more scrapes for them to follow, and eventually they'd work their way by one of our stands. That's how I got to pattern some of these deer here. The easiest way I've been able to pattern them. But hopefully this T-post to make them frequent through here a little bit more. Hopefully the tall grass will make them bed in here. We'll have clover, so we'll have the food. We got a creek that runs through, we got the water. So if we have bedding, food, and water, there's no reason these deer should leave. Now, deer are going to roam during the rut. But I want this to be a fall range for these bigger deer. I'm trying to make it a fall range for them. Their summer range, they can spend wherever, I don't care. But I want them to spend their fall range here and be able to get on these deer. So we got a stand. If you go up by that hill on the other side of the tractor, follow that up, there's another scrape line that goes up that way, and we got a stand overlooking the creek. That way we can hit them if they go that way, or if they take this path, it's a 5-yard shot on both sides. My brother is actually set up in that tree right behind me across the creek, so he would actually have a shot over here as well. But it's just about, all this is about land management, man. Like just making your property better to benefit your success in the fall. Hunting is just not going out and sitting in a tree in hopes that you get something. Hunting is putting in the work. Like I mean, work never stops for me. As soon as deer season's over, I give it a little bit of a break. I start shed hunting, start seeing what deer I can find. And this year, I didn't find many sheds during shed season, but turkey season, I actually found, I believe it's the left side off a deer I passed on the other side of the farm. And it's not his better side, it's his weaker side, but hey, at least I think it's that deer. I'm pretty positive it is. He was probably 140s last year. I'm hoping that he blows up this year, puts on 30 inches or so. Fingers crossed. But I don't know. I look for him to put on probably 10 to 20 or 10 or 15 maybe. I think he was a solid 3.5-year-old. He might have been 4.5. It was hard to tell. He was bulky, but it's really hard to tell a deer during the rut, just how old he is, because they all blow up. They get bristled up, and they look older than they really are. But anyways, I think that's the shed I found. I found him up here on top of this ridge back behind this plot, or this bedding area that I'm making. And so I know these deer travel through here. Splits used to do it. He would travel through here and he would go up and hit the neighbor's property, and the neighbor eventually killed him. So I got on him Halloween morning, and he beat me there by 10 minutes. I set up a stand at the end of our field on the other side of the creek here, and I was like, I'm getting on him this morning. I'm going to get this deer killed. And he beat Splits, went by that stand 10 minutes before I made it there. And then that night, it was Halloween night, the neighbor killed him. So kudos to him. That deer is a hell of a deer. He's got him on his wall now, but he went 169 and 7/8 or something like that. So almost Boone and Crockett, but killed him with a crossbow. So we're gonna get this T-post up though, and we're gonna get out of here, let this place sit for a while. Hopefully we get some rain in the forecast soon. All these plots that get the rain they need, and this bedding area start growing, and the clover keep going up. So I love this stuff, man. Let's get it going, and can't wait to show you guys what it looks like when everything starts growing up, and do like an aerial view for you guys. So let's get it. All right, guys, so there you have it. Second T-post is done. All behind this should be all bedding once it grows up nice and thick. I have a camera on that tree, cell camera, and then hopefully we'll start getting some summertime pics of bucks cruising through here. And we got the frayed manila rope on there. This all should be overgrown, hopefully within the next 100 days or so. Should be nice and thick and lush. And then we got the other one done. Now we can go see if I can dig this ditch real quick. And if not, I'm gonna head back home and get some stuff done around the house, get out of here, keep the pressure out. Yeah, we're pretty well done. Except for maybe cutting some lanes and stuff for the stands, but I might do that Sunday and get that over with, and then we can stay out of here all year long. So get some other projects done that we need to get done. So it's nice being done this early, that's for sure. And you can let it sit all the way till deer season. That is a huge plus on pressure and stuff. So that's our goal. It's what we wanted to get done, and we just accomplished it. So y'all stay tuned. Check out Woods Water Outdoors on YouTube and all platforms. Go ahead and subscribe, click that bell if you want to see more of these videos. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching them, checking us out. Yeah, hope y'all have some good luck this year in the woods, and send us some pictures if you kill a big one, or if you kill anything, send us pictures. We love it all, man. So just love people being outdoors, especially in these crazy times we live in. So y'all take it easy. We'll see y'all soon.